Hello, welcome to PSU Employees Home Build. I am Dr. Anju Meena, founder of PSU Employees Home Build. We have worked with hundreds of PSU employees and families across India, helping them make calm, structured, and well-informed real estate decisions. At PSU Employees Home Build, our mission is simple: to help PSU employees understand real estate with clarity so they can make confident decisions without pressure or confusion. Now let's talk about today's topic. Let's begin. If you work in a PSU, you probably understand job security better than just about anyone. But when it comes to buying property, all that feeling of security can just vanish, right? It gets replaced by this huge sense of risk. So today, we're going to break down exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how you can turn that feeling of risk into one of total, absolute clarity. Let's dive in. This is the big question, isn't it? I mean, you've got one of the most stable careers out there, a predictable salary, long-term security, the whole package. And yet, the single biggest financial decision you'll probably ever make, buying a home, feels like a massive gamble. And you know what? That's a completely valid feeling. It all comes from a fundamental mismatch between the world you're used to and the world of real estate. All right, so to really get to the heart of this, we first need to understand the unique mindset that a long-term PSU career creates. Let's take a look at how that structured, predictable perspective interacts with the seemingly unpredictable world of property. Just look at this contrast. Your entire professional life is built on stability, predictability, and really clear rules. You know what's coming next. But property investment, it feels like the total opposite. We're talking high stakes, a ton of uncertainty, and a level of complexity that can feel, frankly, pretty overwhelming. It's this clash right here that's the real source of all that anxiety. So, when you have a conflict like that, it naturally leads to an emotional response. Let's dig into the core emotion that's really driving all this hesitation. It's a deep-seated fear of uncertainty. This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The fear isn't really about the property market crashing or even about losing money. No, the deepest fear is that feeling of being unprepared, of being uninformed. It's the anxiety of trying to navigate this complex maze of legal jargon, market trends, and financial calculations without a clear map. The risk feels so big because your knowledge feels small. But what if we can replace all that uncertainty with a simple, clear framework? What if that big, scary, unknown risk was actually just 3 specific, manageable things? Well, in this next section, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to define the only 3 risks that actually matter. So, here it is. This is the whole game. Forget all the noise you hear about the market and just focus on these 3 pillars. The real risks in any property deal, the ones that can actually hurt you, boil down to just these 3 things: legal clarity, location demand, and loan discipline. If you can get a handle on these, you are in control of the entire process. Let's break each one down. First up, legal clarity. I want you to think of this just like your official service record. It has to be absolutely perfect, no questions asked. This means making sure the title deed is crystal clear, all the government and municipal approvals are in place, and there are absolutely no hidden disputes. This isn't a maybe, it's a must. Making sure the paperwork is flawless is the very first and most critical step in de-risking your investment. Number 2 is location demand. You have to remember, a property's real value isn't just in the bricks and mortar. It's in its address. So you have to ask yourself, is this an area where people actually want to live? Not just now, but 10, 20 years from now? Can I rent it out easily if I need to? For a PSU employee, where transfers can be a part of life, this becomes even more critical. You don't just need a home, you need a liquid asset. And third, loan discipline. Now listen closely, because this is where the risk often comes not from the property, but from our own financial choices. Your stable, predictable PSU salary is your greatest superpower here. It's all about taking a loan that your income can comfortably support, without stretching yourself so thin that you can't breathe. The property itself is rarely the problem. It's an unmanageable loan that causes the trouble. And that right there, that's the big aha moment of this whole thing. Once you break it down into these 3 simple parts, legal, location, and loan, that giant scary cloud of risk just dissolves. It's not some vague fear anymore. It becomes a series of clear questions that you can actually find answers to. At the end of the day, risk is just a lack of information. Okay, so on with this new understanding, let's look at how you can move forward and start making calm, clear, and genuinely confident decisions. Here it is, your simple but incredibly powerful tool. Before you make any decision, just run through this checklist in your head. Are the papers 100% sound? Check. Is the location strong and in demand? Check. Is the loan well within my means? Check. If you can honestly answer yes to all three, you've basically eliminated almost all of the real risk from the equation. And that really brings us to the final thought. See, the choice is no longer between taking a risk and playing it safe. The real choice is this. Are you going to make a decision based on fear of the unknown, or are you going to make one based on clear, structured information? With this framework, you are now in the driver's seat. You have the power to turn one of life's most stressful decisions into your most confident one. Thank you for watching PSU Employees Home Build. Our mission is to help PSU employees make calm, clear, and confident real estate decisions through structured guidance and real understanding. If you found this video helpful, you may share it with your PSU colleagues so they can also benefit from the right information. You can also explore more videos on our channel designed specifically for PSU employees. And if you haven't already, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to PSU Employees Home Build. I am Dr. Anju Meena, wishing you clarity, stability, and confidence in your real estate journey.